Hi, everyone. This is Virginia Stanley from HarperCollins. I'm here with my colleagues from the Harper Library Marketing Team, Chris Connolly and Lady Mays. And we are here to talk to you about a book that we have all fallen in love with, and we're going to read it to you as well. It's a beautiful book called The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse by Charlie Mackesy. This was published back in October of 2019 by Harper One, which is an imprint of HarperCollins, and became a #1 New York Times bestseller, and with good reason. It has got heart and beauty, and it is unforgettable. The New York Times says The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse is not only a thought-provoking, discussion-worthy story, the book itself is an object of art. So Charlie Mackesy is a British illustrator, and he's given us a modern fable for all ages, and it explores life's universal lessons, and it features 100 color and black and white drawings. And this is about 4 characters: the boy, the mole, the fox, and the horse, and their journey. So without further ado, we shall bring it to you now with some illustrations, which are just gorgeous. The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse by Charlie Mackesy. Right from the beginning, you can see the illustrations on the end papers are quite gorgeous. So I don't know if you can see these or not, but the characters, these 4 characters are walking along on the musical chords of this gorgeous illustrated end papers, and they're just so pretty. And the whole book is like that from beginning to end. There's also a terrific introduction written in this fabulous typeface that is to mirror the handwriting of the author. And it's just 4 pages telling you why he's written this book and introducing you to these 4 characters. So I'll start. Hello, it is a little boy, and he sees a mole. I'm so small, said the mole. Yes, said the boy, but you make a big difference. What do you want to be when you grow up? Kind, said the boy. I think I have an illustration of that one. Beautiful. Gives you an idea of the illustrations in this book. It's just the beginning. The next illustration is the boy and the mole, and they're sitting on a tree branch in the rain, and they're protected by an umbrella that the little boy is holding. What do you think success is? Asked the boy. To love, said the mole. The next picture is a beautiful color photograph, a color picture painting of the mole saying to a piece of delicious 3-layer cake, well, hello. Do you have a favorite saying? Asked the boy. Yes, said the mole. What is it? If at first you don't succeed, have some cake. I see. Does it work? Every time. Then we see the mole, several images of this mole, and he's just having a great time with this delicious looking cake. And it says, just a tiny taste. He takes several. I got you a delicious cake, said the mole. Did you? Yes. Where is it? I ate it, said the mole. Oh, but I got you another. Did you? Where's that one? The same thing seems to have happened. What do you think is the biggest waste of time? Comparing yourself to others, said the mole. And there's a picture of the mole and the little boy, and they're just sitting staring at each other. I wonder if there's a school of unlearning. Now the boy and the mole are hanging out in the tree again. It's beautiful. It's full of color. Most of the old moles I know wish they had listened less to their fears and more to their dreams. And there's that illustration. Isn't that beautiful? Most of the old moles I know wish they had listened less to their fears and more to their dreams. And there's a picture of them. They're overlooking this vast uh, sort of wilderness, a landscape, reaching out, spreading out in front of them. What is that over there? It's the wild, said the mole. Don't fear it. Imagine how we would be if we were less afraid. Then there's a beautiful picture of the boy and the mole, and they're sitting on the branch of the tree, and now it looks a little dark out, and there's some stars, and underneath them walks a fox. I'm not afraid, said the mole. They're looking at the fox. If I wasn't caught in this snare, I'd kill you, said the fox. If you stay in that snare, you will die, said the mole. So the mole chewed through the wire with his tiny teeth. The boy and the mole look at each other. One of our greatest freedoms is how we react to things. They're back up in the tree. The fox is down below, and he's making footprints in the ground, and he's drawn a heart with his footprints. I've learned how to be in the present. How? Asked the boy. I find a quiet spot and I shut my eyes and breathe. That's good. And then I focus. What do you focus on? Cake, said the mole. Isn't it odd? We can only see our outsides, but nearly everything happens on the inside. They're standing by a little body of water, looking at their reflection in the water, and they're standing on some rocks, and now it looks as if one of them is about to fall in. Be careful not to fall. The fox jumps in the water and saves the mole. And now the little boy is hugging the fox. And now the fox and the boy and the mole are looking at the night sky, and they say, so much beauty we need to look after. Now they're walking along at night. It says, being kind to yourself is one of the greatest kindnesses, said the mole.
That kind of got to me. That's so beautiful. Okay, so here we go. We're continuing on. We often wait for kindness, but being kind to yourself can start now, said the mole. Often the hardest person to forgive is yourself. Sometimes I feel lost, said the boy. Me too, said the mole, but we love you and love brings you home. They're walking through this big, dark tunnel with trees. I think everyone is just trying to get home, said the mole. Hello, the mole is saying to the horse. The horse is here now. Hello, the horse says back. And there's really beautiful drawings of the horse, the boy, and the mole and the fox all dancing around and playing. Doing nothing with friends is never doing nothing, is it? Asked the boy. No, said the mole. And more illustrations, they're dancing through these music notes, and it's very arresting, it's very beautiful. And then they jump over a lake and they fall in. You fell, but I've got you. Everyone is a bit scared, said the horse, but we are less scared together. Tears fall for a reason, and they are your strength, not weakness. What is the bravest thing you've ever said? Asked the boy. Help, said the horse. When have you been at your strongest? Asked the boy. When I have dared to show my weakness. Asking for help isn't giving up, said the horse. It's refusing to give up. Sometimes I worry you'll all realize I'm ordinary, said the boy. Love doesn't need you to be extraordinary, said the mole. We all need a reason to keep going, said the horse. What's yours? You three, said the fox. Getting home, said the boy. Cake, said the mole. I get that. I've discovered something better than cake. No, you haven't, said the boy. I have, said the mole. What is it? A hug. It lasts longer. And then they're all giving each other hugs. Nothing beats kindness, said the horse. It sits quietly beyond all things. Sometimes, said the horse. Sometimes what? Asked the boy. Sometimes just getting up and carrying on is brave and magnificent. And then they're looking at a lake with swans swimming on top. It says, how do they look so together and perfect? Asked the boy. There's a lot of frantic paddling going on beneath, said the horse. And this next one's my favorite of the whole book. I know it's hard to pick a favorite, but this one is. It says, the greatest illusion, said the mole, is that life should be perfect. And then there's splotches all over the picture, and at the bottom it says, my dog walked over the drawing, clearly trying to make this point. And then on the next page, there's a coffee stain circle, and it says, is that the moon? Asked the boy. It's a teacup stain, said the mole. And, oh, sorry, not coffee, tea, said the mole. And where there's tea, there's cake. And then they're looking up at the moon, saying, be curious. Life is difficult, but you are loved, the horse says to the boy. So you know all about me? Asked the boy. Yes, said the horse. And you still love me? We love you all the more. And that's my part.
Okay. Love it. All right. So I am continuing on. The boy and the mole and the fox are all trotting along with the horse. Sometimes I think you believe in me more than I do, said the boy. You'll catch up, said the horse. The fox never really speaks, whispered the boy. No, and it's lovely he is with us, said the horse. To be honest, I often feel I have nothing interesting to say, said the fox. Being honest is always interesting, said the horse. There's something I haven't told you, said the horse. What's that? Said the boy. I can fly, but I stopped because it made other horses jealous. Well, we love you, whether you can fly or not. And the horse starts to unfurl his wings. And there's these great kind of like chalky black and white images of the horse coming fully into himself, and he responds, okay. And then more haunting kind of dreamlike images in the dark, and the horse is in white flying through the darkness with his friends. And then we move on. Is your glass half empty or half full? Asked the mole. I think I'm grateful to have a glass, said the boy. And they're all sitting under a tree now. We don't know about tomorrow, said the horse. All we need to know is that we love each other. And then there's a storm rolling in. It's looking very threatening. And we continue. When the dark clouds come, keep going. When the big things feel out of control, focus on what you love right under your nose. This storm will pass. They're all together through the storm, huddling together. And then after the storm, the sky is beautiful and they're walking along. We have such a long way to go, sighed the boy. Yes, but look how far we've come, said the horse. Sometimes I want to say I love you all, said the mole, but I find it difficult. Do you? Said the boy. Yes, so I say something like, I'm glad we are all here. Okay, said the boy. I'm glad we are all here. We are so glad you are here too. And I have an image to share for this next one. All right. What's your best discovery? Asked the mole. That I am enough as I am, said the boy. I've realized why we are here, whispered the boy. For cake? Asked the mole. To love, said the boy. and be loved, said the horse. And then, what do we do when our hearts hurt? Asked the boy. We wrap them with friendship, shared tears and time, till they wake hopeful and happy again. Do you have any other advice? Asked the boy. Don't measure how valuable you are by the way you are treated, said the horse. Always remember you matter, you're important, and you are loved, and you bring this to the world, things no one else can. Then they're sitting, looking at a shooting star during the night, and it's beautiful and blue. Home isn't always a place, is it? And then the boy's kissing the horse on the nose and saying, thank you. And that's the end. Except for the end is crossed out. It says, look how far we've come. Sometimes all you hear about is the hate, but there is more love in this world than you could possibly imagine. And that is the end of the book. So there we go. Hello.
Here we go.
Here we go. So, yep.
So there you have it. There's The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse by Charlie Mackesy. And we hope you enjoy it as much as we have. And we feel that it's just a book that needs to be shared. And while it is timeless and ageless for all who come to it, now probably more than ever, it's taken on a life of its own, and it certainly has so many meanings. And while this is a storm that we're all weathering, the storm will pass. And as the book says, we'll all be together. And we just wanted to share this with you, this beautiful, compelling, powerful in its simplicity, its beautiful illustrations, and its heartrending words. So thank you. And we hope you get a copy and look at it yourself and agree with us that it is really a keepsake, one to have for forever. Because it speaks to so many different situations. So that's The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse by Charlie Mackesy. Thank you. Take care. Be well.